one point almost made me lose my focus, but my ace in the hole was my base in the soul. Then I run back into you. Grateful that you.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the L.U.V. podcast. You have your host here, L.U.V. Jones.
Hey, it's your boy Drake.
All right, today we are the special guests.
Right.
And
A very different episode from what y'all normally see, but still the same L.U.V. podcast.
Absolutely. You know, we still spreading love, showing love. But this time, you know, we wanted to stick to our roots, you know. But we're gonna get into it. But before we get into it, man, I just want to ask you, bro, how you been doing?
Bro, I've been doing good, bro. I've been doing really good. I'll say today was a rough one though. I helped one of my friends move. You know, that's always tough, but my boy stayed on the first floor, but his first floor is like my third floor, low key.
That's
like,
crazy.
It was a lot of stairs, bro. Like, and we had a lot, bro. We had 2 couches, a TV, and whatnot. I'm just not trying to do it again. Just don't call me. Don't call me.
And he got 2 couches just for him?
Bro, 2 couches. He's the only person that live there.
I guess, different angles, I guess. Yeah. But that's what's up, man.
How about yourself, man? How you doing?
Yeah, bro, I'm doing great, bro. Definitely doing great, man. You know, every day is a great day, even when it's not. You feel me?
That's true, bro. That's true.
Yeah.
No matter what goes on, you gotta always be you gotta be willing to push through, like mentally, because sometimes you can just get caught up in your own thoughts, and getting caught up in your own thoughts can slow you down. Yeah, it can definitely slow you down.
Absolutely,
one of the biggest things that I wanted to go into today actually was about discipline. Speaking of like mental state, like having situations, like you said, like a good day can be a good day, even if it's a bad day. Like on those bad days, your discipline might slip completely because you're having a bad day. Like mentally, you just can't get on track enough to like do your normal routines. And it's very, very, very important on those days that you do your routines. Like you actually make a point to complete the same things that you've been doing on your good days, because those are the days that's actually going to push you further mentally than just a good day. Because a good day is like, for me, it's like a 0 on a chart of like 1 to 5. But like, if you have a bad day, that's a 5. That's a 5 for me. Like a 5 bad day, but I still got done everything that I normally do. Like I still went to the gym. I still talked to my folks. I still was able to journal. Like that's hard. That's the hardest thing that you can ever do, is to push through a bad day and still get your stuff done.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, now I think that's what kind of, I ain't gonna say separates people, but like just on those bad days, if you pushing through, you still sticking through what you got to get done. That means on the good days, it should be even easier, when you're in that good mood, that good headspace, it should be even easier to stick to those tasks when you can do it on a bad day, especially when plans come up and everything, but you still make time to stick to that whatever you're working on. I feel like that's crucial. And I know with me, I'm gonna be honest, like I've been slacking on some discipline in a lot of areas. As far as like getting into the gym, I have been slacking. That's one of the things that comes with not having a routine, because when you don't have a set schedule of this is the time I'm going to the gym and I'm gonna go to the gym this time on certain days, and I have this plan, it kind of it messes it up, because some days I could get up, and I naturally wake up early anyway, but me not already having that routine in place, it kind of messes me up, and that's what's been going on.
it's like you're gonna get up early, but you don't necessarily be like, I'm gonna get up at 5 or I'm gonna get up at 6, and that's the time that I'm getting up every day. It's like you're very loose with the routines that you're placing, which in turn, like, because I've had problems with that too, like being loose with my routines, thinking that it would create a regimen, like a healthy regimen also. When it
Yeah.
didn't, it just allowed me to actually slack off in certain areas where I was supposed to be like strict on myself or doing the same thing every day.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
waking up, like you said. Like I was trying to wake up at like 5 every morning. And even though like that was hard, I was doing like, okay, I wake up at 5:30, or okay, I wake up at 6. It's still early, but it's
Yeah.
not 5, but it's still early.
Yeah.
That don't do your brain no good when you're trying to create habits.
Right. And I feel like another thing that we have to be careful of is, trying to do something cold turkey, and not allowing ourselves to have grace. And what I mean by that is that when like you trying to aim to get up at 5 o'clock, right? But your mind is not used to that. So I feel like working your way towards 5 o'clock would be much easier than to just say, all right, I'm gonna just get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's hard, you know. That's hard. And for an example, I remember my sophomore year in college, I tried to become vegan cold turkey. I couldn't do it. I ain't had no plan, didn't know what I didn't, what I'm saying, I wasn't knowledgeable on like in certain ingredients, what I'm saying. I wasn't knowledgeable. I was just like seen the What the Health documentary
I'm gonna do
back
it.
the first time sophomore year. And yeah, it was tough. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just do it. I didn't keep up with it because I did it cold turkey. But the second time I tried to become vegan, I cut out different food groups: pork, beef, chicken, seafood, and then vegetarian, cut out cheese, and then cut out junk food that had animal products
Yeah.
in there. But it was, what I'm saying, calculated. It wasn't all cold turkey, and that was easier to do than just doing the cold turkey. Yeah.
And piggybacking off of what you said, like you not having a plan, that's a huge challenge that a lot of people have when they're trying to just create a like whatever discipline that they're trying to do. You have to go into it with a plan. There's nothing, literally nothing that you can do without a plan that will fall through the right way. Because you can go into something without a plan and it might fall through, but it might not fall through quite right. It might be a little haphazardly done, a little haphazardly might fall through, but when you got a plan, you can make sure things are getting done on time, things are getting done in the certain time frames. Also, you're hitting your deadlines, and also you're hitting your goals. Like you got to have goals
Yeah.
when you're trying to like create a discipline. You don't have any goals, you really don't have anything to shoot for. So
Right.
it doesn't create mentally something for you to shoot for. So you're kind of just going to be stuck at the bottom level thinking that that's enough when really you can be up here.
Yeah. And not having goals is like you don't have a measure of success. You don't have all right, you don't have a finish line. You just have a whole bunch of checkpoints. So you don't know where you're running to. You feel me? And it's also, I want to talk about, just finding something that challenges you to be disciplined as well, and that falls into having goals and taking pride in what you do because, um, like I said, if someone's goal was to get in shape, all right, what does that mean? You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. That's a very broad goal. Very
Yeah,
broad.
exactly. But if you can pinpoint, all right, I want to lose 5 pounds by the end of this week. I'm gonna work out 3 days a week. I'm gonna do this on this day. I'm gonna do that on this day. I'm gonna do that on the other day. This is what I'm gonna eat for those days. then you can start checking off, and each day you create goals as well. And you also have a you have an intermediate goal by doing it for the week, and then you have the ultimate goal of losing 5 pounds. So you have 3 tiers of goals. You know, you have daily goals, you can check it off on the to-do list. You can just be like, all right, breakfast, I had this instead of what I usually eat. Boom. You can pat yourself on the back for that. Celebrate your small wins because you made a change to the right direction, you know. But if you just say, I want to get in shape, you don't have a measure of success. It's like I said, you're just going through an endless amount of checkpoints with no finish line.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And like I said, definitely want to find something that challenges you to be disciplined. That's going to help you, you know, because discipline leads to freedom in the long run.
It does.
Hold on real quick.
I heard here recently.
Yeah. Sorry. No, you good. All right. What you was about to say?
Yeah, I read recently that like you have to be able to push beyond your fear, but not so far to where you're running from it, but just enough to where you're always uncomfortable, to where you can get used to being uncomfortable enough to where it becomes second nature to you to become uncomfortable.
Okay.
So let's say, for example, like just to like put it into perspective for people, like for people who save money, if you're gonna save, if you've been saving like $500 for the last 3 months, try to save 8. That 8 gonna make you uncomfortable because you've been dealing with having the extra money that you've been putting, you know, that you haven't been putting into that account. But now that you put 8 in there, you're a little bit uncomfortable. Now you got to figure out how do I live on that lesser amount of money? That becomes a new way of thinking. And also it trains your body to be like, this ain't nothing. I've been through this before. I've had lesser before. I know what strategies to use in order to be better.
Yeah. No, that's real because you have to adjust, you know, and you have to adjust fast, you know, and of course circumstances happen, but barring any circumstances happening, like you have to learn how to live on that smaller amount, but that's also going to help you down in the long run. So that way, when more income starts to come, you know how to balance it out better. And definitely, bro. That's real. Yes, that's something I gotta work on too.
Man, we all do.
Yeah. Out.
One of the biggest things that I would like for people to do is to like find something they like to do. Like people, we're out here working 24/7. A lot of us are going through strenuous task after task after task throughout the day, just mentally draining things like driving, maybe even answering the phone, trying to like just get the kids together. Like, gotta find something that like makes you happy.
Absolutely.
Because without that, you really kind of get lost mentally, man. You get lost in the hustle and bustle so much that you kind of forget yourself. You gotta have something that brings you back to yourself.
Yeah. And I agree, you know, you have to go out here and, you know, even with me, I know we talk all the time. I need to get out more. I need to do more things. And that's not just, you know, just going out and, you know, partying. Because if anybody knows me, knows I don't like. That's not my thing.
That's not gonna happen anyway. If he do get out the house, it ain't gonna be to a party. I'll tell you that.
No, absolutely not. That's never been me, and it's probably never gonna be me. But you know, you do encourage me to do more, like try more things because you know, I don't want to get to the point where I don't know if you remember that episode of SpongeBob where like I don't know what fish it was, but it was a certain fish. He was just going through. It was like he was going through work, traffic, home, work, traffic, home. Even Squidward was going through that. He thought that was the lifestyle he wanted, but doing the same thing over and over again, it's like, you definitely should take some time to break from work or break from the other things and to get out here and try something and do something that you enjoy. So
Yeah,
yeah,
man,
I'm definitely gonna
you
do
gotta
more.
grind yourself, bro. You gotta grind yourself.
Yeah,
You gotta grind yourself, man. You gotta find something that brings you home.
yeah. It
Yeah,
brings you joy. No matter what it is, that long as it's of course healthy and beneficial to you. But
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, for sure. Because and I definitely need to do that more.
Yeah. Some people find it in sports though, like for sure. Like some people find it in sports. I know for me, in in middle school, like me being, I used to talk a lot. Used to be the talkative kid. Used to get kicked out of class. I used to talk because I was finishing my work early. But I found football. Football actually gave me a focus. It gave me something that I knew if I wasn't doing right in class, I wasn't gonna be able to play football. Like I needed something to compare with the other one to make me accountable. Like I needed some type of accountability that I could lean on because I didn't have that as a kid. Like everything was almost like, I'm not gonna say given to me, but if I asked my mom for it, like she would make it happen. So I didn't necessarily have that accountability factor of having consequences that I necessarily feared. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
football gave me that. I didn't want to get kicked out of the team. Like that was dead. Like I'm trying to play the next game. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I'm trying to walk in the cafeteria after we go score 28 points and they didn't score nothing. And now I'm
yeah,
talking to everybody in the cafeteria. Like I'm trying to, I don't got time for that.
yeah. I agree because like I should say my mom, my dad, they really, they instill a lot of wonderful things into me, and
Mm-hmm.
especially seeing my mom, her work ethic is. My mom has probably the best work ethic I ever seen. Just the fact that I would see her come home from already working, sometimes work overtime, come home, cook, and then work some more, all with a smile on her face. I ain't never heard my mom complain about that. So shout out to you, mom, for doing that. But I say that to say this, to segue back to what you were saying about sports. I wish I played sports. I played one time. I played 1 year. That was my 10th grade year. I played
But
defensive end.
you said you said you played one time, or did you play? Did you play
Well, I
one
played.
season?
I played one season.
All right, man.
I played one season. Well, I was on the team for one season, I should say.
That man came
But
out for one game. It was like,
yeah,
no
yeah.
sir.
But the reason why I say I wish I would have played sports more is because all the lessons that you learn from sports. Because as a kid, I love sports, but I thought it was so out of reach that, and I wasn't good that I didn't, as a kid, I didn't know how to be great, nor did I want to be great. And playing sports not only would have taught me to be great, but it would have taught me, just because if I didn't want to do something, that affects the whole team. If I slack off, that don't just affect me, that affects the whole team. If I don't go and do the, if I don't go do the extra to help the team win, I'm slacking, and I hinder the whole team, because
Great.
that
That's a
teaches
great
you,
way of looking at it.
yeah, it teaches you accountability. It teaches you um, to hold yourself accountable, and to also it teaches you to be mindful that not only what you do affects you, but it affects everyone around you. So you might as well put your best effort into it anyway. And
Right the first time. Like always put
yeah,
your best foot forward the first time with whatever you do, because that first time that you do it might be your first impression with somebody else you don't even know watching.
yeah. And that's why like all the lessons, because I'll go back. It's Kobe, my all-time favorite player,
Shout out to
basketball.
Kobe. Shout out to Kobe.
Yeah, and Randy Moss, my all-time favorite football player. And you know, just watching, how Kobe is, and you hear the mom mentality. Like you hear how hard he worked for that, because Kobe won't putting up shots in the gym at 3, 4 in the morning. Who's to say like he wouldn't have won? That helps. That does not only affect him, it affects the whole team, because now teammates are going to see, oh, all right, let me get in the gym. Let me work with Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Now there's one other person. He might that just rubs off on everybody. If Kobe was slacking off, not coming into the gym, not putting in work, um, that rubs off on everybody, especially being the leader. You
Right.
know,
You
and
can't be the leader and slack off, man. I don't care where you are. If you're the leader, any of y'all out there, if y'all are the leader, you cannot slack off, bro.
yeah,
Somebody's looking at you, bro. Even though they ain't say it, they see it, and they not working hard either.
yeah, and not just you being a leader in sports, you being a leader in any facet of life. You
Yeah,
being
bro.
a
Yeah,
parent,
oh,
yeah.
yeah,
You being a parent, you're a leader. You being a big brother, you're a leader. You being a brother, period, you're a leader. You being you out here in the community, you are a leader. Because somebody is looking up to you. You feel me? And those lessons of just trying to work hard and work together, and sometimes you have to sacrifice because not everybody can be that guy. But like I said, is one LeBron on the team. Everybody can't be LeBron. We need some Ray Allens. We need some Chris
absolutely,
Bosh. Yeah,
Even though we got Ray Allen and Chris Bosh, bro, this man LeBron still had to evolve his game in some way, shape, or form. Like every
absolutely.
championship he got right now, he did something different. Like this LA championship that he got, he was shooting. LeBron ain't never had a cannon like that, bro. He won't never pulling up from right there just beyond half court. Like he won't never doing that.
Absolutely.
When he was in LA, he was a lot more physical. I mean, not LA, but when he was with Miami, he was a lot more physical than he was when he was first with Cleveland.
Yeah.
So it's like he did a lot. Like when he went back to Cleveland, he knew so much from Miami and the first Cleveland trip that he was just able to bring it home.
Yeah.
So it's just like you just being able to evolve your game and to stay a step ahead and to try to stay a step ahead is very important in just getting somewhere in life. You just can't be in the same place at all times.
Absolutely. I definitely agree, because you doing something the same forever is not gonna work.
Sick.
Because like the times are changing, you know what I'm saying? You can't just sit and use a typewriter. You're gonna have to use a computer. You got to get used to the times. Yeah, I definitely agree. And speaking of involving your game, that can play a big factor into um, just preparing yourself for different opportunities. And you you can't just say, okay, I got a degree, I'm good. No, you may have to go back. Not saying you got to go back to school, but it's certifications you can work on. You know what I'm saying? To not only regarding like disregarding the money, um, knowledge is expanding your knowledge, and that's the best way to involve yourself. Is expanding your knowledge, reading more books, becoming a more well-rounded person, and trying new things like we talked about earlier, being disciplined. That's evolving your game. You know, if you never had a routine before, try making a routine and plan it out to the T. So that way, all you gotta do is look at it, follow it, and just check it off. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just guessing what you gotta do. You know, the more you plan, the more easier it'll be. You know,
Life get, I mean, the easier life gets is like your brain just don't have to make a lot of decisions when you plan stuff out. It's
yeah,
like if you're gonna go on a trip, you just gonna hop in the whip and be like, yeah, I'm about to go to California, y'all.
yeah.
you
Nah,
you not you don't know what route you taking, you don't know
yeah,
what snacks you got, you don't even know if you got gas in the car. Like, bro,
yeah.
you
You
don't
gotta
got no
plan.
plan.
Yeah, you can't just
That's
show
gonna
up
be
at
the
it.
hardest trip to California you ever took in your life, man.
Yeah, you can't just pull it to the airport and be like, all right, take me on to take me to wherever. Like they're gonna look
Like,
at you
bro,
crazy.
like what?
You know,
You don't got
you
no
need
plan?
it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
just hey, book me a flight.
yeah,
Where? Just book it. What?
just book it. Like, yeah, you gotta have a plan. You gotta have direction. You know, you don't want to just hop in the car and just drive. You need to
Yeah.
have direction. Um, and you know, over time, because you know, we're not gonna be young forever. Maybe I will, you know, but not everybody, not everybody's gonna be young forever.
You think
But
you are for real?
man, nah, you know, because we gotta evolve ourselves as we progress into, especially us two progressing into manhood. You know, we can't do the same things we do uh in our teens. You know, me, I can't do the same things I was doing at 20, you know. So I gotta keep evolving myself, and you know, that's gonna allow me to grow into the man I know I can be.
Mm-hmm.
So, and and that also comes with being productive. You feel me? Because like, yes, we need time for leisure and relaxation because rest is good. I know um, it's a lot of talk. I ain't gonna say it's a lot of talk, but you know, a lot of people get like swayed on social media that you have to work 24/7 nonstop. Like, no, that's not healthy either, you know. But also not working on yourself 24/7 is also
Yeah.
bad for you as well.
You gotta
And
find a healthy balance, bro. You gotta find a healthy balance.
exactly. And of course, we should be working on ourselves, whether it's trying to eat healthier, you know, that little things to help yourself be productive. Not just getting off work and just chilling. Like, you know, sometimes you need to just take an hour to just read a book or something like that, or work on a business, not even a business, just work on a hobby like a podcast
Something,
or
man.
anything.
Look, like for people who like to go, for people who go to work every day, who work their 40 hours a week, like come home and just try to figure out how you cannot be so irritated all day. Like if you're irritated all day, what can I do to make sure I'm not that irritated all day? What can I do to better my life? Like there's always room for improvement. So there's always something that you can work on and be
Yeah,
productive on and be diligent with. But you got to consciously be diligent.
yeah, absolutely. You gotta want to, honestly. You know, um, because I be having conversations with people because you know it just seems like when they find out you vegan, they just want to tell you, they just like to tell me about how much they can't do it. And you know, I'm not the type of person. I'm not gonna push this on everybody.
Right.
Really, I consider myself plant based. I don't even like falling into like because I'm not a super
Yeah.
strict vegan. I'm strict
Right.
on what I put in my body. You know, I'm
Right.
conscious of what I put in my body, but I'm not conscious to follow everything that's vegan. I don't want to put myself into a box. I try to eat as healthy as I can. You know,
Yeah.
that's how I like to put it. But you know, people come up to me and they just be like, "I just can't do it." You know, can't just give it up. I'm like, cool. don't really care to hear that because it like, why are you telling me that? But I say that to say this. You should try to try to do something that's healthier. You can always try to be healthier. You can always try to to read. You can always try to learn. Those are not things that requires a lot. you know you trying to learn something new, whether it's on YouTube, it just requires discipline, like we talked about earlier. It just requires that. And I don't even push, like I said, veganism or being plant-based to everybody. But if you're going to talk to me about it, of course I'm going to come with my thoughts on how you can get better. If you coming to me with advice, but it's just about being productive. Sure. But everybody, what we about to get into, and we're gonna do it differently today. If you don't know what we about to do, we're gonna get into the fast five.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be real. I don't know what he gonna ask me. He don't know what I'm gonna ask him. We did it this way because usually we know what we're gonna ask the guests, and and this time I'm giving Drake opportunity to ask questions, and it's also for us for y'all to get to know us a little bit more, So yeah.
Right.
You want to start it off? You can.
Absolutely, I want to start off. I'm coming with the haymakers this time.
All right. Yes, sir. I'm ready.
I hold on. You got I'm gonna get the timer real quick.
Oh, you gonna get the timer?
Yeah.
All
this
right.
yours, because I'm asking you the question, so I need the timer.
All right, that's a bet. That's a bet.
All right, hello. All right, bet. Let's go.
All right.
So, how many siblings do you have?
I got 4. No, I got 3 on trip. I got 3. I got an older brother, PJ. I got my little brother, Jalen, and my little sister, Aaliyah. Love y'all.
What's your favorite NFL football team?
Patriots. You already know. Patriots all day long.
Right now, what's your favorite album?
Right now, this year. All right, Big Crit, Digital Roses Never Die. That's
okay. Facts. What's your favorite Jordan?
Whew. I want to say I own a pair of 3s. The ones look so clean. I own a pair of 5s. I gotta go to the Concord, the 11s.
Facts. Who would you want to meet? What's one person you want to meet in your life?
I want to meet Currency. David Banner, Kyrie.
Yo, you missed it by 2 seconds, my boy. 2.
Hey.
That's you. Hey, your Jordans. Hey, they got you.
Cause I'm like, I never owned a pair of Concords. I would love to own a pair. That's my favorite shoe. But all right, you got me. I didn't beat it.
Hey, yes, sir.
I got something for you though.
Oh,
yeah, I got something for you. Let me see.
We running it, y'all. We out here.
Let's get it. Let me see.
All right, what we got?
You ready? You gonna do the time? You can do the timer. No, I'm gonna do the timer.
Yeah, do time. Yeah, you do the timer because I'm
right.
Yeah.
For sure. 3, 2, 1. Top 5 artists all time.
I got Drake. I got Frank Ocean. We got Andre 3000. I'm taking Ninth Wonder. That counts. He a producer and an artist. and I'm also taking Wu-Tang Clan as a whole because that also counts.
All right. How do you elevate yourself out of creative rut?
I normally just try to either listen to music or try to go outside and take a run.
For sure. What is a major goal you accomplished this year?
Major goal was getting a promotion at work.
Shout
Got
out
a
to you.
promotion at work, yes, sir.
Yeah. Shout out to you. Who do you have winning it all in the NBA season this year?
The Chicago Bulls and nobody else. Absolutely, I'm not picking nobody but my squad.
What's one memory in your life you want to hold on to forever?
I say meeting my nephew. I just met my nephew for the first time last week, actually. So that was actually pretty special. That's tough. No.
Yeah. It's all good. Those 8 seconds.
Hey, bro, look, we will get another one here, probably like season 4, maybe. I don't know. It took us 2 seasons to get back here with.
Yeah. Yeah, we go. Yeah, we need to do this. We gotta do this more. I need to beat that.
We gotta do
I
this
gotta
more.
be able to beat it. So
beat the shot clock, my boy.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll I'll ask you this. What's next for you?
What's next for me right now is discipline. Like that was one of the biggest reasons why I told you I wanted to come up here and like talk about that this time is making sure that I'm disciplined. I've been working on my discipline this month specifically. So there's a lot of things that I have been doing and haven't been doing that's been going very well for me, but it's been very taxing mentally because I'm so used to doing those things. So I'll say discipline is being more disciplined.
Yeah. Yeah,
shout out.
Yeah, well, first I want to shout out to you for that promotion. You know, that's huge. I'm not gonna
Thank you.
I'm not gonna you know, bypass that. We spoke about this situation and stuff, man. I just want to say, while I got you on here, man, I'm proud of you, bro, for real.
Thank you.
You definitely worked hard for that, and you know, I'm glad that you finally got rewarded. So
yeah,
proud of you for that, bro. No doubt, bro. What's next for me is right now I'm in a I spoke to you about this, but I guess I can say it on the pod. Right now I'm in a process of course improving my discipline, but there's some things I always wanted to work on and I never had a chance to work on it. And I felt like things I need to work on have been holding me back. But now I have an opportunity to lock in and really spend that time to develop myself and become a better man. So I'm planning it out right now, and yeah, I can't wait to see the end results, you know, and also celebrate myself along the way because that's the whole point.
Crazy, you know, it's crazy. We always be like, we can't wait to see the end results. Also, great thing, brother. Great thing, brother. Work on that. Make sure you work on that. Discipline is very important. But it's funny that we say, oh, I can't wait to see what that looks like. The wildest thing is the only reason we creating is because we already know what we're gonna look like afterwards. Like we already know what the end product looks like. Absolutely. And that's the first step, bro. Like that's the first step. Everybody is like knowing what the end product looks like. If you can't see your end product, bro, you don't know where you're going. That's like having a plan. Gotta know what your end product looks like.
Yeah, and that's absolutely right. Because you know, it is something, and I know we definitely spoke about it, but I'll reveal it to everybody once it happens. But yeah, it's something that I really dream about every day. Like I see myself as that person. I think I can't help but to think about it every day. Like it's just something that fuels me, and that's why I say, even though I may have a bad day, it's still a great day because I'm still here and I still have opportunity to improve myself. And so, right. And that's why I conditioned myself over the years to say I'm doing great, even though I may not be feeling the best. I'm still doing great. It's always a great day because I'm here. I know I'm here for a reason. Um, you know, every day is a new blessing, and
Yeah.
I'm just excited for this end goal. Yeah, and find out everybody out there, find something that you are just excited to do, and you see the end result, and you just can't wait to do it. And I challenge everybody at home just to plan out something that you always wanted to do, and plan it out really good so that way you can reward yourself daily, weekly, monthly until it happens. And celebrate yourself with making that
Gotta celebrate yourself, man. Celebrate yourself, please.
because I'm working on my plan, I'm working on my routine,
Right.
and yeah, I'm gonna get to it, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. And well, for everybody at home, remember it's all love, and we're out.